military is sending 5,000 personnel to the border as that first caravan. It's on the move and heading to the border. Meanwhile, President Trump, he's tweeting about the caravan. Here it is. Many gang members and some very bad people are mixed into the caravan headed to our southern border. Please go back. You will not be admitted into the United States unless you go through the legal process. This is an invasion of our country, and our military is waiting for you. Joining us now, former acting ICE Director Thomas Homan. Tom, maybe there's a problem here. There is risk here with moving the military to the border. Because if a shot is fired or an migrant is really hurt by our military, you've got yourself an international incident. You would accept that even though you approve of the military going to the border, you'll accept that there's grave risk. Well,
look, the military's not going to be doing law enforcement duties. They're going to be doing logistical support. They'll be moving assets by air. They'll be doing, monitoring night vision scopes and looking at sensor traffic. They're going to do the logistical work behind the scenes. They're not going to be on the front line doing law enforcement work. But by them doing that logistical support, that's going to let the Border Patrol agents who are currently doing that logistical support stand that front line, defend the border.
I would expect the caravan organizers to provoke something. When they get to the border and there are a few thousand strong, they will be provocative because they want a reaction from our military and they want a reaction from the Border Patrol people.
Well, I'll tell you this, the Border Patrol, 20,000 American patriots, and you see what happened on the Mexican border. They're pushing the Mexican military aside, Mexican police aside, and tearing down the fence. So the Border Patrol agents are not going to be pushed aside. They're not going to be pushed back. These men and women are going to stand in that front line, and they're professionals, and they'll handle this situation as good as possible. And I have a lot of faith in them.
You're convinced that the president says they're not going to get in. We will stop them. The military is waiting. You have any doubt that we are going to stop them? Any doubt at all?
There's no doubt that this president can do everything he can legally to stop this caravan. Look, he's talked the talk, he's walked the walk. America can sleep well at night knowing president is Donald Trump, and that he takes border security and public safety very seriously. I think he's working very closely with Attorney General Jeff Sessions and Secretary Nielsen on thinking out of the box, coming up with something that will help stop this caravan, what I call an invasion. And I think you're going to see an announcement made in the next couple of days, and I think he's going to do the right thing. And I tell you something else, I also bet that within 48 hours, some leftist group is going to file a lawsuit against the president and try to get some liberal judge to issue a temporary restraining order like everything else Donald Trump has done.
What kind of announcement are you expecting in the next couple of days?
I think he's going to come up with a plan. I think he's working with the Department of Justice and Homeland Security to come up with some plan to help stem this tide. I mean, look, what's going on right now is a national security issue. There's definitely criminals and gang members within these groups because that is what happened in the past. And one thing people got to remember is when these cartels move these large groups across the border to tie the Border Patrol assets up in this sector, they're moving guns and drugs and bad people through another sector because Border Patrol's tied up with these families and these caravans and these migrants seeking employment in the United States. So this is a national security issue. It's more than just an immigration issue.
Yeah, but it's more than national security. No country can just look at an invading force, no matter who that invading force is, and say, come on in. You can't do that. You absolutely can't do that.
Absolutely agree with you, Stuart. That's a good point. Look, we're a sovereign nation. We have the right to defend our borders. And if you look at these people, if they're really escaping fear and persecution, look, asylum has to be based on, fleeing persecution for race, religion, and political position. These people have made it clear during many Fox interviews that are embedded with these groups, they're coming here to look for a job. And that is not grounds for asylum. So they're coming here. It's not about escaping fear and persecution. They were offered asylum in Mexico, and they turned it down.
Yep.
This is about getting to the United States. That's all it is.
It's just so different from 40-odd years ago when I first arrived. And, I got a green card, the whole bit. There was never any question of me sort of saying, I want asylum. I'm staying no matter what. There was never any question of that those days. It's really changed.
You know why? Because you want to be part of the greatest country on earth, and you respected its laws. You can't want to be part of the greatest country on earth and not respect its laws. You can't have it both ways, not under this president.
Well, I made it in, and I became a citizen, and I'm one proud American. Tom, thanks for being with us today, sir. Always appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate you.
Sure thing.